What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk, and I start off every video by saying, "What up, doe?" And I'm back again with another video, a preview of the Bucs versus the Panthers in Week 2. Is going down in Tampa. No fans are gonna be there, but it's still going down regardless. The Panthers are on the road, traveling down to the Sunshine State to take on the Tampa Bay. Both teams are 0-1, and they're both going to be looking to get on the win column this week. But before we get into everything, man, you guys make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button and give the bell icon. This is a Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk, and I give recap and analysis of the NFL, but I give a little extra love to the Panthers, of course. But make sure you stay tuned because I do lots of live streams, videos. I'm bringing the podcast later on, of course. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. But I wanted to talk about this game because it's a division rivalry, the NFC South, the best division in the NFL, in my humble opinion. I've been saying that for the past 2 years. Y'all think I would just BSing, but I still think it's the best division in the NFL. No division do you have a collection of Super Bowl winning quarterbacks and MVPs, and that was before Tom Brady and came to this division. But nevertheless, we have a matchup with Tom Brady versus Teddy Bridgewater at the quarterback position. Of course, we know both of those guys can't play defense, and there's work to be done on both sides of the football in this game. So we're going to get into it. I'm coming at you with 3 points. Just 3 different points, keys, whatever you want to call it, about this game that's going to determine this game. And when I'm right, come back here and come to this video and remember how right I was. But hey, real quick, before we get into anything, round below in the comments, give me your score prediction of this game. Let me know down below in the comments. If anybody gets it right or gets it close, I'll give you a shout out in my next video, of course, in the recap video, if you get it correct. But let me know down below in the comments your score prediction. I know the Bucs are an 8.5-point favorite, according to Las Vegas, in this game. So let me know if you think that's pretty accurate. Do you think the Bucs will win by double digits? Do you think the Panthers will upset and win? Let me know down below in the comments. The first point that we're going to get into is getting pressure on Tom Brady. Look, I know it don't seem complicated. Everybody knows that Tom Brady is not Michael Vick or Russell Wilson. He's a statue in that pocket. And if you can get pressure on Tom Brady, you can make him look a lot more pedestrian. We know he's a GOAT. I'm not going to take anything away from Tom Brady. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. But it's been known for a while that if you get pressure on him, you can then change the game and have a chance in the game. And now we know about his 2 picks last week and how he's out this streak of 3 straight games with the interception return for a touchdown. I understand all that. However, this is a different animal. The Panthers defense is not great. And this is coming from a Panthers fan. The defense is not great. It is a great bounce back game. And with Chris Godwin being hurt, it's going to be key to see if the Panthers can get any pressure. Because last week they had 0 sacks and 5 pressures. And that was when they were full strength. This week, KK Short and Etur Gross-Matos, their 2 starting defensive linemen, are going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? Even though Stephen Weatherly got a little bit more playing time last week anyway, there's still a couple guys out of the rotation that you may need that you can throw at Tom Brady because, like I said, the Panthers, they're going to have to be able to get pressure. Last week, they weren't able to get pressure against Derek Carr and the Raiders because, 1, Derek Carr gets the ball out quick, and 2, according to Eric Snow, the defensive coordinator, which made a whole lot of sense, they did not play good on first down because on first down, if you're giving up 4 and 5 yards on first down and the team is in second and short or second and 5 and they get another 3 yards there, now it's third and short. If you're not any third and longs, you're not going to have many instances to be able to get out the quarterback because you're off balance. If you're at third and long, you know the quarterback has to pass so you can pin your ears back and get straight at the quarterback. If it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1 with the running back like they had last week with Josh Jacobs, they ran the ball a lot of times. So you can't really just pin your ears back when it came to an opportunity where they might have passed on 3rd and short. So it's going to be key to slow them down on first down. When we saw how committed the Bucs were to the running game, especially Ronald Jones, even though they have Shady McCoy and Leonard Fournette, they were very committed to the running game. And we'll see if they'll do it again because the Panthers did give up. They gave up less than 4 yards per carry to Josh Jacobs, but Josh Jacobs also had three touchdowns, and he also caught a lot of passes out of the backfield. So we'll see what happens there because the Panthers, what happened last week is Donovan Smith, the left tackle, I know the guy that almost opted out for the season, they kind of had to talk him back into playing. He was giving up some pressure last week off that edge, and Brian Burns does have speed. And what I've seen on film, the speed rush did give him some trouble. So we'll see if they'll be able to do that because Tom Brady he's been known for getting the ball out quick and dinking and dunking when he was in in New England about getting the ball out to James White and getting it out to all his scat backs like Danny Woodhead and stuff like that over the years, but that's not really Bruce Arians' style. Bruce Arians like to get the ball downfield, get the ball to those tight ends, you know what I'm saying, stretch the field out. And they have the weapons to do that. So it's a little bit of a clash of styles, but we'll see if they'll tweak that game plan to see, because it worked last week against the Raiders. Will they do it this week against the Panthers? And the Panthers are going to need to get there and push that pocket in the middle. So Derrick Brown is going to have to really make some moves. He's not a finesse type of pass rusher. He's a power guy. So we'll see if he'll be able to muscle around on the inside and really push that pocket and get in Brady's face and give him some trouble. So that is my first key to the game. The second key to the game, another obvious one, doesn't really get complicated, guys. This is a game of football. It's not. It's about. That's why they call it X's and O's. It's not anything complicated. The second one is, how will Christian McCaffrey perform? Christian McCaffrey, the past 2 games last season against the Bucs, Todd Bowles had pretty much sold out to shut him down. Like, this has literally been running. If there's a more true definition of running into a brick wall, it's Christian McCaffrey against the Bucs defense. Now, the Bucs defense is one of the better run defenses in the league, if not the best. That Todd Bowles, that 3-4, they completely run blitz. They completely sell out to stop the run. And a lot of times, that's a good thing. You know, you leave yourself susceptible to the pass if you stop the run, but not being able to stop the run is a lot worse than stopping the run and not being able to stop the pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can take one thing away, you're going to do better. That's the point I'm kind of trying to get at. Like, you got to take something away. So taking away the run game in general is good, but especially with a team that lives and dies by Christian McCaffrey, that's where you want to start. My thing is, what they need to do is, I've been preaching on this for a while. I dropped a film breakdown in the preseason. You guys can check it out. How Joe Brady needs to use Christian McCaffrey. Split him out. Do not keep him in the backfield where the defense knows where he's at. Move him around. Put him in the slot. Put him at wide receiver. I have plenty of game film that I showed on my video that shows what happens when you put Christian McCaffrey out there. And last week, they put him out wide, threw a bomb to him. He drew a 20 or 30 yard pass interference. So move him around. Get him out. If they try to put linebackers on him, it's a mismatch all day. If they try to put a corner on him, he can make some plays against the corner. Hell, we have a good backup running back in Mike Davis. Split Christian McCaffrey out at wide receiver, put Mike Davis in the backfield, run Mike Davis a little bit. Do that. But find what creative ways to get Christian McCaffrey the ball. Don't just give him he's going to get his 20, 25 to 28 touches a game. That's Christian McCaffrey. They paid him a lot of money. He's going to get the ball. But it doesn't have to be 22 carries and 5 to 6 catches. It can be 20 carries and 8 catches, or 18 carries and 10 catches. You know what I'm saying? It can be a good mix. Just give him the ball, but give him in space. Don't run him into a brick wall every time. Our O-line was pretty solid last week. They only gave up 1 sack. There was some pressures, but Teddy moved around pretty well. Overall, they did a pretty good job of run blocking. They've done that for the past few years, even though we have some new parts. So make sure that they run the ball. Stay committed to it. I know it's going to get tough, and I'm not going to say completely give up on the run, but you got to get creative with the run game, and you got to get creative in getting Christian McCaffrey the ball. And, of course, like I said, the Bucs are going to be selling out to stop him, so that'll be the big key. If they can do that and get that going, it'll open up the offense for the rest of everybody. The third and final key to this game is who is going to make the least amount of mistakes. And these points aren't hard or complicated, guys. Like last week, Teddy Bridgewater had a pretty solid game in his first game as a starter. He was typically Teddy. Teddy takes care of the football. Teddy doesn't make bad mistakes. Teddy had 1 almost interception that was dropped when he tried to throw it down the seam to Robbie Anderson. But besides that, he had a fairly clean game. He's going to dink and dunk. He's going to take the short routes, the crossing routes, some intermediate stuff, a couple out routes every now and then. Teddy's going to be Teddy. He's going to be careful with that football. Tom Brady is typically the same way because he throws those checkdowns a lot. But last week, there was a little miscommunication between him and Mike Evans. He telegraphed some passes and threw that pick 6. You know, the turnovers were there that Tom Brady typically doesn't have. Now, he was under pressure, and if the Panthers can't get that pressure like I mentioned earlier before, Tom Brady can be cool, calm, and collected like he always usually is and sits in the pocket and make the right decision. Like Chris Godwin will be out this week, so that's one less option. But this team is loaded with weapons with Mike Evans, and Scotty Miller's going to be on the outside, obviously, too. I really need to pick him up in fantasy, honestly, now that Chris Godwin's out. But, of course, they had the 3-headed monster at tight end, and nobody's even talking about Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate is a weapon, but I don't really know has he been getting used that much. But, of course, O.J. Howard and Gronk still there, so they still have weapons that they can go to, even though Godwin, who is a very effective receiver and has pretty much given the Panthers trouble the past 2 games also by cooking Dante Jackson, that could be interesting to see because the Panthers, of course, Dante Jackson will be probably playing this week, but he hasn't really been good against Chris Godwin. He hasn't been good pretty much since his rookie year, to be honest. I hate to be that harsh, but especially with Rasul Douglas stepping up, we're going to need that veteran presence to guard Mike Evans, and we'll see if we can make any plays and be aggressive and get Tom Brady, because if we can force some turnovers and get the Panthers some extra possessions, I have no doubt that the Panthers will get some points. Now, 30, I don't think it's too out of the question, but they're going to need that amount of points because I don't think the defense is going to be able to stop the Bucs that much. The spread on this game is 8.5. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are an 8.5-point favorite at home. Of course, there's home field advantage because the team has to travel, of course, and go through all the hoops you have to for COVID, but there's no crowd there. There's no kind of crowd noise. So that part of the home field advantage is gone. So with the Bucs being an 8.5-point favorite, I do think that the Bucs will win the game overall, but I do think the Panthers cover that spread. I have the game score going 34-27. Panthers, they cover that score. The 34-27 Bucs, with the Panthers covering that 8.5 by a 1.5. Like I said, they cover the spread, but they lose the game. I think the Panthers will be able to get some points, but I just think that the defense won't be able to stop the bleeding enough. And I think it comes down, it may be a close game, obviously, at the end, and the Panthers may make a run to get back in the game, but I just think they come up a little bit short just because of the lack of defense that they have and lack of ability to stop all the weapons that the Bucs will have on the outside. So you guys let me know down below in the comments, what is your prediction of this game? Give me a score prediction. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think the Panthers will cover that 8.5-point spread? Let me know down below in the comments. But like I said, make sure you guys are subscribed. If you're not subscribed by now, what is you doing? What are you doing, baby? You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. I'm bringing that hot content. Let me know down below in the comments, like I said, your prediction. Without further ado, I'm Aaron Duncan signing off. I'll see you next time. Peace.